So we've been to Stourbridge, well not Stourbridge, but we've been up that way, Birmingham. We came down, then we went down towards Stourport, but we only stopped at Kinver, and now we're going to Wolverhampton. On this part of the canal, we've seen a few more not commuter boats, we've seen a few more hire boats, obviously a bit more busier. Water levels have still been good, despite the rain we've had these last few days, this first weekend of August. But you know, it's not been bad, not been bad. So having left Kinver and are heading now on the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal, we go across a number of aqueducts, and this is one of the aqueducts across the River Stour. And as we travel up on our way going up to Wolverhampton, we do come across what's called the Bratch Locks, and these are a set of staircase locks, which are extremely deep. Unfortunately, there were some volunteers to help us through these set of locks. As you can see, it can be a little bit daunting trying to do them on your own. And then we see Mandy chatting away to one of the volunteers. At this point, we're about halfway up, and halfway up, they tell you about how you actually go up the flight. And you actually need those instructions a bit further down. So each of the locks is in excess of 12 feet deep, that being single locks. The water levels are reasonably controlled coming in. And when you get to the top, you have this rather attractive looking octagonal building, I believe it is. So having reached the top of the Bratch Locks, we continued on, waved goodbye to our volunteer, and started heading towards the Trent. And this is Penkridge on the Staffs and Worcestershire, and we're about 10 miles from the Trent and Mersey. Running alongside one of the motorways up in that part of the world. I'm not going to tell you which one it is this time. If you think you know which motorway we've gone under in this particular occurrence, leave a comment below. After Penkridge and then Acton Trushall, you enter the beautiful countryside of Tixall, and Tixall is just a few miles away from Great Haywood Junction, which was our planned overnight stop. So here at Great Haywood, you have the opportunity to either turn left on the Trent up towards the Potteries, Stoke-on-Trent, and eventually heading up obviously towards Liverpool. Turning right, which was our destination, we were going to going towards Nottingham. And just a short walk away from Great Haywood Junction, and across the River Trent is this beautiful bridge built by the Earl of Essex for Queen Elizabeth I's visit back in the 1600s, early 1700s.
James Stewart made many changes to the hall, but it was a quite nice opportunity to walk around this National Trust site.
Tower of the Winds, originally in a lake, now moved in the 19th century. It's dawned on me that the journey north was supposed to be about Mandy and I visiting some pubs, and we have been to some pubs, but we haven't actually documented them. But this one, the Clifford Arms, it's the Clifford Arms. It is actually recommended in the Nicholson's Guide, and we've just been to it and we've had a rather nice lunch. So Clifford Arms on the junction at Great Haywood on the River Trent.
Having walked around Great Haywood, it was time to move off from our mooring, and this is the approach to the junction and the locks going now on the Trent and Mersey. And coming up in another episode, I have a speeded up version of this little trip just down to this lock. This is just a little excerpt from that junction where we got down to Little Haywood.
Good morning. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, although there is some cloud overhead. It looks like we're going to have a nice day today. We are on the Trent and Mersey, and we're heading sort of north, albeit at the moment we're heading sort of easterly, but we're going to be starting to go northeast at Fradley Junction, and Fradley Junction is our way today. So I'm going to put some links actually to some of my other boat tubers who have journeyed this way before, albeit coming the other way. Or we're on the outskirts of Rugeley. We decided not to stay in the town. No real reason for us to go in the town today. So we've just been moored on the outskirts, and we are going to go through Rugeley and possibly find a little pub to stop for lunch today. But we're going to have a little bit of a scenic view of this for this sunny Saturday.